Greetings, YouTube. Happy Tuesday once again. You know, the nature of my channel can be a bit challenging. This week, I know I've done my job because I know if I'm doing my job, I'll get criticism for being both too positive and too negative. I had people say, Prof, 4 stars are completely outdated. I can't believe you gave the $10 value for 7 ultimate crystals in A. For you, they're outdated, but for the right people, it's a great deal for a daily chance at a 4-star. But then, of course, you hear the opposite of it, right? You hear, oh my gosh, you're Mr. Negative. You're a whiner. You're too critical. You need to just be thankful that this game exists, or else your YouTube channel wouldn't exist. I have made my subscriber base off of the notion that I would not be afraid to call Shady out. And one of my subscribers once said, Prof, you don't keep it 100, you keep it 1,000. Kids, I don't know what that means, but I took it as a compliment. And so it is with that being said that on paper, this is, without embellishment or exaggeration, the most important month for Marvel Contest of Champions, because the Marvel Cinematic Universe has led a decade plus in years toward Avengers Endgame. And I don't know what's going to happen. I am doing my best to avoid all spoilers, but spoiler alert, not everybody's going to make it out, right? We know because of contract situations and even just because of the nature of the narrative of the comics that there are going to be some people who have to, sacrifice for the best of the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and some of those people will most likely be the OG Avengers. So with that being said, this is like the last run for the OG Avengers, and this is, if I was running Kabam's marketing department, I would have circled this month on the calendar years ago. As soon as they decided that this would eventually be the year to have part 2 of the Avengers Endgame come out, right? As the best month. This is where you save your best side quest event, especially given the unique duration of the length of time we get to do this thing. This is where you have like the Intel store on steroids. And I have to say, I loved the Intel store. Even though absolutely most of your Intel was being spent on the 5-star Awakening Gem. It was a guaranteed 5-star Awakening Gem crystal. Yes, that thing is often rigged, and you might get your 3rd Science Awakening Gem in a row, or your 4th Cosmic, as somebody messaged me, unfortunately. But you guaranteed get to spin one. You will get an Awakening Gem, even if it's the class that you hate and don't need. That is guaranteed value. That is pro player value. And I just have to say, as I claim this, finally, after waiting about a day, and I do know that we just got that 2-star Iron Man Infinity War, so I'll be using some Tier 1 tech on him, which is why I selected the Tier 1 tech. But are we doing this again? I don't know. Double or nothing. It's like we're playing blackjack. But anyhow, I've really enjoyed the bounty missions. I am not afraid to give credit where credit is due. Yes, some people have complained that they hate that only the first 10 people who join a bounty mission get the bonus 50 5-star shards. But I think that's a good amount of progress and a good amount of incentive to get people there. But if you aren't able to get there, it's not so much that you're bitter that you missed out. 50 5-star shards is a small price to pay, but it's a nice little perk for people who jump in. These are guaranteed rewards, and there's only 2 fights per level. And so Human Torch, I truly believe, is a much easier fight than the past bounty missions, especially the BS month of Domino, where you had to clear so much content to fight Domino. Lucky us. And you get Tier 5 Basic. Yes, it would be nice if the Tier 5 Basic and the 6 stars were a little bit higher, but they still accumulate. And the most important part of this month, as I stated in one of my past videos, is that you get about 3 bonus 5-star crystals or 2 bonus 5-star featured crystals, about 30,000 bonus 5-star shards for completing every bounty mission, assuming your alliance is good at activating them right after the past one has expired. So I love the Intel store. I love bounty missions. The last 2 months have been fire in Marvel Contest of Champions, and everything would lead you to believe that it is just building on this month. But YouTube, I'm not afraid to call out disappointment, shadiness. Again, I've built my brand on being honest. And even though I've already started to accumulate these shards, let's just go right to what everybody was excited about. Now, I made a video that got some pushback because I said that this month you would have a very unrealistic chance to get a 5-star Awakening Gem. And some people were like, Prof, it didn't give drop rates in that one. It just gave the amount that you can get. So clickbait, it's going to be much higher to get a 5-star Awakening Gem crystal than you claim. Oh, yeah? Oh, really? I said that I thought that the 5-star Awakening Gem opportunity, from what it was laid out in the patch notes and in the preview notes, would be a 1% drop rate, which is disappointing. A 1% drop rate is what remember those Chaos Rifts back in the day? That's what you got for the actual drop rate when you chanced it with the randomizer to go to the path of the 5-star Awakening Gem, a 1% chance. And even though I somehow won the lottery and actually got a skill Awakening Gem, which I used on Gwenpool at the time, I still thought that 1% drop rate was terrible. Now we have Act 6. We have not seen an event with a chance for a crystal-like RNG-dependent 5-star Awakening Gem since, 4 or 5 months ago. And so with Act 6 and the emphasis on 6 stars, you would think that those drop rates would at least be 2 or 3%. And even those are still bad. I think the minimum should be at least 5% personally, especially given that it's not the easiest thing so far. I'm sure that'll change when the actual monthly event comes out. But so far, it's not the easiest thing to build these shards. And you need 10,000 for one crystal. But when you look at the drop rates, when you examine what you can get out of this random number generator, I have one word that will be the title of this video, and I'm saying it now. Pathetic. Really, it's an insult. It's an insult to where the game is in 2019, and it's an insult to the point of side quests, which is to get the player base excited about the month. And you should have no other reason, marketing team, to get your player base excited than the month that features the biggest movie ever that is breaking records right and left already for pre-ticket sales. You have to understand what the gravity of the situation is. And having, let's scroll down, not a 1% drop rate chance, but a 0.10% chance, or about the same drop rate percentage you have of pulling, the 6-star Thanos from the Greater Gifting Crystal. I would argue that the 0.1% chance should be the drop rate for a 6-star Awakening Gem, an item we have not seen in the game yet, and I predict maybe we won't see until July 4th, hopefully. But we just got, for the first time, 6-star Signature Stones to purchase, which is great, except how many people, other than Crystal Opening Whale, have a valuable 6-star that they can actually pour those into? I sure as heck don't. So because of that, we are expecting some opportunity, even if it's a 0.1% chance, 1 out of 1,000, to get a 6-star Awakening Gem at some point, given that the 5 stars are turning into 6-star nature of the argument is progressing as Act 6 continues to be rolled out this year. But we don't get that, YouTube. We get a 5-star Awakening Gem drop rate that I would argue would have been suspect 2 to 3 years ago. And in 2019, in the most important month for the game, it's a slap in the face, it's pathetic, it's an insult, and it is so tone deaf to the gravity and the nature of what this month is supposed to be in this game. I am not saying this to be overly critical. I am not saying this to whine or to be Mr. Negative. I'm just saying I don't know a single person in my alliance, outside of my alliance, who looked at these drop rates and did anything but shake their head. No one is excited to open these. Because guess what? Most of you are just going to get some Tier 4 basic Catalyst fragments, which you would not have spent your intel on a couple months ago. But you're forced to get them because it is a crystal RNG dependent drop rate that you have no control of whatsoever. This just seems dumb. This crystal should only have 5 things in it. 5-star shards, 5-star 6 stones, 5-star Awakening Gems, Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst fragments, and the rare opportunity for a 6-star Awakening Gem. That's it. And really Tier 5 basic as well. We'll say 6. Just the best. Don't give us anything like 4-star Hero Crystal Shards, right? Not for this crystal. Not for the community. Not for the people who are going for this. The 4-star Awakening Gems, completely worthless. And a 0.4% drop rate at that? Are you kidding me? And the 4-star 6 stones? Just imagine, right? A lot of people are going to get 4-star 6 stones out of this. That's something you could easily get in daily events by yourself without the month. It's as tone deaf as I have ever seen anything in the game in the most important month for the marketing team in the game. Kabam, do better. Hire me on. Heck, I'll go pro bono if that's what it takes to improve the game that I love. Make no mistake about it. I don't want this game to go away. I don't make these videos because I enjoy complaining or being negative. I make these videos because I hear from the community, and the community's upset because they were sold much better events in months that didn't matter as much than they were now. And so as you see that a bounty mission has been discovered in my alliance, something I'm way more excited to jump into right now than this crystal, I just have to say these rewards are pathetic. Kabam's marketing team really missed a mark, and all I can hope is that maybe we'll have a special 1-week event, like a Michael B. Jordan kind of challenge, or maybe we'll even have like a special Avengers calendar. That'd be great. But in general, this thing misses the mark worse than a blind Hawkeye. And even then, I'm sure Hawkeye could hit the target way more than Kabam's marketing team that continues to just prove they aren't consistent month to month in understanding what gets the player base excited versus frustrated.